least of my worries. Let's get the restream chat open. That's going to be wrong, but whatever. Oh, shit, I made you go away.
That's all right.
No, you're back. We're live. What's up, everybody?
Now you get Josh's terrible takes.
Did somebody say that?
Coming in hot.
Jesus.
Makad.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll let it go, Makad. I'll let it go. Josh is in a great mood now.
Got his internet back. He's ready to bink.
Yeah. Oddly enough, it's a major problem if I don't have internet because my wife and I both work from home.
That seems like a fight waiting to happen on many ends.
Jake, did you have a great night last night with Marquez?
I didn't have a great night. It was good. I mean, I profited and stuff, but I just I had a lot of really good 3, 4 time, 5 time cashing lineups, but just nothing I had one lineup that had a shot, but I was a Cleveland stack, and all my Cleveland bats got pulled except for Roberto Perez, and I think I needed him to dong, and I probably would have taken down everything. But he didn't dong. He struck out or lined out, I think. So, yeah.
I would have had a lot of Rockies and Twins, but I got to run a one lineup train in the Minimax and FanDuel yesterday. So I lost every single cent because my internet went down at 5 o'clock yesterday.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was close to being I was in the middle of cooking dinner and everything, and I didn't care enough once I knew that I can get a lineup in, but I was super close to being like, Jake, I need you to just run 150 for me. And here's my login info.
Oh, God.
Just be like, I'll put in whatever you want, man. Have at it.
I don't know if I could even do it. I mean, I probably could have done it on the stream. I don't know if that's...
Well, I knew you were on the stream, so I was trying to think of someone that I could... whether I could message Alex or Adam or Lofty or something and be like, yo, can you just jam something in here for me? Because I'm about to eat all of my entry fees.
Goodness.
Let me just change the color of my skin right now because I look like Hulk Hogan.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, I guess, but I'm quite a bit orange.
I think that might get you banned. Yeah, I think that... Wait, what? 100%. Oh, is that the guy that was batting 9th for the Red Sox? Wei Lin? Zhu Wei Lin?
What about him?
I don't know. Someone mentioned his name in chat.
No. I wouldn't have gotten banned for that. I had all of my info. Everything was ready. I physically couldn't run 150 crunches and export a CSV.
That's really frustrating. You can do it from your phone. Someone does it from their phone.
Yeah, but I can't mass copy 150 lines out of Cruncher and copy that to Google Sheets to add to a template. I mean, I can, but I couldn't while pan searing 2 pork chops and some asparagus. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I have done literally nothing. I woke up to no internet. I got internet basically as soon as you guys heard that I got it. So this is my sheet from yesterday. It's still filled in with all of my junk. I'm going to rebuild it and show you guys what I do every morning. And then Jake is going to also talk about games as they're happening. So,
sir.
I'm going to hop back over here and I'm going to start grabbing all of the junk that I need. Have you talked about anything yet?
No. Yes, I've talked about how I just pulled up Fantasy Cruncher, their projections, and I just sorted by value for pitching.
Okay.
And as I figured Vargas is the top value, I think that's going to be the case in every optimizer. And a lot more people are building with optimizers, especially guys playing in the Minimax and the $8 and such. So, or the $10. So I think the Braves are a really fun stack in GPPs. Just stacking against the cheap chalk pitcher that shouldn't be chalk is like my favorite thing to do in tournaments. So I will be having a ton of Braves stacks just because of the nature of the slate. You can fit them in. I don't really love Cole. I think Cole Vargas is going to be a crazy chalky pairing, and I'm just betting against that working out.
No, that's actually a really good strategy to look and see like where most optimizers are going to spit out value.
Well, yeah, you can just run it, right? I mean, so Fantasy Cruncher obviously a very good optimizer. I mean, I've used their projections when I don't have time to upload mine.
Yeah, me too. Yesterday.
Using them as a baseline, I think, is actually a really smart thing if you have Fantasy Cruncher. I mean, I don't know about any other optimizers, but they do have pretty good baseline projections. And you can just make manual tweaks to a few guys here and there. So that's something I've done. You don't have to have your own projection system to be successful. I know I was talking to a couple guys in Slack yesterday that don't have their own projections, and they do really well. So
yeah, you need to do something with readily available information to make it different. You can't just click it and go.
Yep, I wouldn't suggest just clicking calculate 150 and throw them in.
But yeah, you can very easily use Fantasy Cruncher's baseline projections if that's all you have.
Just figure out how to manipulate the cruncher to give it what you want.
Yeah, you're going to need randomness in some way, or just exporting those projections and changing them on your own. If you wanted to just copy out that player list, give all the hitters a 20% boost and then jam it back in or something to make yourself different from everybody else. But what you brought up to start is a really interesting point. Running freely available optimizers to see what is popping up the most is going to be a really good barometer for what is going to be in lower level tournaments like the mini max or the quarter.
Yep.
Never really thought about it like that, but I bet we do something like that for our ownership projections.
I don't know for a fact, but I am 99% sure Tom and Alex have default settings that they use to come up with these ownership projections.
Yeah.
In Fantasy Cruncher.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are, but I'm guessing they have a different set of projections, and they.
Yeah, I think they look really similar to mine, which
I
makes me feel like an Uber fish. So just talking through, I exported the DK player pool, the FanDuel player pool, and then I head to FanGraphs. This is something I haven't ever talked about. But in their projections section, I don't normally plug other things, but FanGraphs has SaberSim projections. They're free to FanGraphs, so it's not like I'm reinventing the wheel here. But they do have a pitchers section, and it will list all of the upcoming pitchers for the day. So I export that CSV so that I have all of the day's probable starters just immediately loaded. Saves me a lot of time and like having to manually enter their names or anything.
Who has that?
FanGraphs. If you go to FanGraphs, go to SaberSim projections, and then go to the pitchers section, it'll just be the probable starters for the day.
Yeah, you can also just go, there's a tab, I think it's under scores, it's just probable pitchers. Or you can change the date on your the web address. You can just type in the date.
Yeah,
If you head till tomorrow, which is what I have to do all the time, just type in the next day. So it'd be like 09/28 or whatever on your URL, and you can keep your same sheet, and it'll just transfer over to the next date with all the probable pitchers.
Right. Admittedly, I grabbed the SaberSim export because they have a projected innings pitched number that I like to use as an eyeball on my schedule sheet.
Yeah, it's
all about shaving time,
Yeah.
This is a 7-game slate?
6.
Cool. So I will have 53% exposure to hitters and pitchers on FanDuel, 53% to DK for hitters, and then 66 will be my cap for pitchers. That's my numbers for a 6-game slate.
There we go.
Yeah, this is literally what I do every single morning. I I could probably close my eyes and get through most of it.
So, question: who do you have for the? I was gonna just say the Wild, the Twins.
You are really in hockey today, man.
Well, I don't know why I was saying that. I was looking at Jose Barrios, and I just thought Minnesota, because you call them the Jakes. I just never hear them called the Twins. So maybe that's why.
So who do I have? I mean, I have whoever they have pitching. So
is it
Moya?
Okay, it's not Barrios, because I wrote up Barrios last night, and now I gotta delete all this.
I mean, Fangraphs has Moya. I haven't looked at the line or anything yet.
There's no line, but now great. DK has Moya.
Okay, good to know.
So that sucks.
Brant Voss said, started following you last week, and I can't thank you enough for getting me into winning baseball. Just started building bank. Will be going behind walls soon. Question: who is Tampa's long reliever today? Jake.
Austin Pruitt.
There you go.
Let me be clear. We think it's Austin Pruitt. That was one of the first questions someone asked when I first got on by myself. And we just looked at the pitcher usage, and yeah, it looks like Pruitt hasn't gone in 6 days. Now, I don't think Pruitt's going to go super deep. He did go 3 innings his last start, so I would think 3 to 4 is probably his cap. But 2-game slate, I mean, anything goes. It is a tough matchup against the Yankees, but 2-game slate, and he's going to be pretty low owned.
All right, so I'm adding lineups now. What do we think about this Astros-Orioles game? Garrett Cole going for the Astros. David Hess going for the Orioles. Do we see Garrett Cole going with any sort of substantial outing? 12-8 on DraftKings is that's a lot of price tag for someone that doesn't necessarily have. I mean, this game is utterly meaningless, is it not?
Yep, it pretty much is, and we don't know how long he's going to go. There's possibly weather in this game. Not possibly. This game, very good chance this game's not on the slate.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're going to try to jam it in because it's so late. I don't know if these teams play. They don't play tomorrow, do they? Or wait, is this the first game in the series or the last?
I can't picture the who pitched yesterday. Who did Jacobonis throw against yesterday?
They do play tomorrow.
Yeah. They played Orioles played the Red Sox yesterday?
Yes. Right? Yep. So this is the first game of the series.
So they don't need to get it in.
What's that?
So they don't need to get it in.
Right. I mean, if they have the ability to go doubleheader on Saturday or Sunday, then yeah, they wouldn't need to get it in. So, I mean, until we hear otherwise, I don't know how bad the weather is. I just see 90, 80, 70+% chance of rain pretty much from 5 Eastern to 11 Eastern. So do with that what you will. But if this game starts to look better, I still don't have interest in Garrett Cole. I hope this game is on the slate because I want to see a chalky Vargas. I want to see a chalky 13K Garrett Cole. So this would take my appeal away from the slate almost entirely.
Yeah, if there's any risk of just rain delays in that game, Garrett Cole's dead in the water.
Yep.
They are not jerking him around in like a 45-minute rain delay before the playoffs.
Not a chance.
Happening.
Houston is way too sharp of an organization to mess with that.
Like if he throws the first inning and there's a half-hour rain delay, he's not coming back out for the second.
If it's 15 minutes, I bet they're... And he's got to wait for hitting. Like if he doesn't throw a pitch for 30 minutes...
He's done. Yeah. He's just done. This is not the game where Cole throws a complete game shutout or something. He's not going to be in the game long enough.
Yep. So I think we agree. I don't know if you have to totally fade him, or maybe you should. I don't know. I mean, you got to beat. So if we're talking about a tournament like the Minimax, it's 50 cents today. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm assuming it's Thursday. It's 50 cents.
They should make it a quarter at this rate.
I would like to see like a $2 Minimax or $3.
Oh, same.
That would be, I think, just another nice wrinkle if they want to do like a Minimax series. But who am I to say?
By the way, I wanted to bring this up now. This is totally off topic, and I just don't want to forget because I've had it in my head for a couple of days, and I keep forgetting to say it. Next year for baseball, we should do a competition against each other, not unlike the home run contest, but whether it's just me, you, and Chris, even if it's we include Adam and Laffy and EMAC, where we have a tournament or two each day that we all put a lineup into and treat it like a long fantasy league and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, why not?
Bragging rights are fun as hell, man. It gives us a reason to talk smack to each other.
For sure.
Okay.
And it gives the audience something to root for or against.
We can make Awesemo jersey shirts. You can represent us.
There you go. So
anyway, sorry.
You were not on the show yesterday to congratulate me on my Braun double dong, but I'm one ahead of Chris.
I congratulated you for your Braun double dong yesterday morning.
Were we on together yesterday morning?
We certainly were, man.
Oh, it was EMAC and me last night. That's right.
Am I that not memorable?
Dude, all the days run together.
That's so true. I don't blame you one bit. But yes, very much congratulations. I'm pissed that I didn't make a dong pick yesterday.
But you got other stuff to.
Did Chris come in and make one?
Nope.
Really? Did you get one?
I'm looking right now, but I don't think.
Who'd you have?
I took Rizzo.
I don't remember seeing it.
I don't think he did.
But I also don't have my DK Live alerts activated yet on the new phone.
Rizzo went 2 for 4, no homer.
When's the last time you hit a home run?
It's 3 weeks.
Oh, Jesus. No. Ooh, we're getting lines out. Every game has a spread and a total, so yay!
So it is Moya?
I assume.
I mean, the Twins would be big favorites if it's Barrios. I don't see a line for that game yet.
9.5.
9.5?
Yeah. Tigers plus 120, Twins minus 140.
Yeah, that's not Moya then. Or that's not Barrios then.
No, it's not.
Damn it. I hate that so much.
So yeah, I've loaded up my CSVs. I have added all of the lineups and the probable starters here on my lineups page. And then I just added all of the spreads and totals and projected innings pitched, which we're going to have to manually adjust a little bit. I've never really talked about this sort of stuff. It's something that we'll do more next year, prepping for like MLB process. But I use the projected run totals to distribute runs and RBI to the entire lineup. So if this is going to be what Vegas, like if we're expecting the Astros to score 5.16 runs, they're, 95% of that is going to get assigned to all of the guys in that lineup in some sort of proportion so that everybody is at least tied to the same number.
Makes sense.
There will be some portion of 5.16, of 4.9 or so, because you got to account for like pinch hitters and guys that come into the game. But like 4.9 runs will get assigned to everyone in the Astros lineup, and then that will be the scoring for it. Otherwise, I would be having two separate things not communicating with each other. I think that's a decent way to do it.
Yep.
I think I'm good to drop the player pool in here, but we're going to have to adjust some of these innings pitched because I'm pretty sure Moya is not going to go 6 innings.
Someone trolled me yesterday, our buddy. I'll tell you his name off air, but he always comments. He was talking about how bad the Marquez call was going to be.
Yeah, we got told yesterday in the morning that he was going to score under 20. Marquez K'd the first 8 batters of the game?
First 9.
Was it 9?
9 up. Not 9 up, 9 down. I think he gave up a hit or 2 in there, but
yeah. I knew he had 10 Ks out of 12 outs at one point last night, and I was like, please, when I open this up, let me know that line is actually doing decent. Like, I just need to get over the cut line to double up.
Yep. I was telling the chat before, I don't want to hear about this this Marquez. You can't play Marquez for 5 digits in Coors. He's an ace.
Slack me whoever it was.
Here. Here. It was this guy.
Sure that I'm not going to be surprised by this. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, he tweeted at us.
That I saw too. I responded.
I responded. I was like, "Nice call, buddy."
Yeah. Look, we're not ones to like we're not trying to pat ourselves on the back for like good calls. That's not what we're talking about. It's a logistics play. It has nothing to do with like Marquez in his own right. It's the fact that he has been a 20-plus point per game pitcher for the past 2 months, striking out more than 10 guys a start. Like, he is elite.
Yep.
It wasn't a hot take.
Like, I wasn't the first one on Marquez, not even close. But I mean, you could just see it's not even about the results. Like, look at the swinging strikes. This guy, you see guys go on these runs, and I don't know if they're predictive, but you can just ride a guy every 5th day. Like, it was Godley last year for me a ton. Corbin, I got on him at the end of last year, or like second half of last year. Just kept riding him earlier in the season. Like, it's just, you can find these guys that make changes, and I know Adam and Lothy are really good at explaining what changes they make. But you can see it in the plate discipline stuff first, usually. So yeah, Marquez is ridiculous.
So Moya is not stretched out, correct? He's going to go an inning and a half or 2 innings or something.
Yeah,
I'm just doing most of this off the top of my head. So
no, I think you're right.
So Garrett Cole, the way that I have him in here now, this is unedited. We have Garrett Cole. I have Garrett Cole in here for 6 1/3 inning. And if he does throw 6 1/3, I have him as a 66% chance of being a top 2 scoring pitcher on DraftKings.
I mean, he could be a 66% chance to do that and score 22 and be a top 2 pitcher probably on the slate.
Yep.
But
so we don't have ownership. What do you think Garrett Cole is owned?
If there's no weather, the weather looks clear.
Yeah, ignore the weather for now.
I think he's in the 50s.
Yeah, I would agree.
There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 5 if you don't count Moya options that you could go to with him. So, I mean, you can even go with Hess. So
I want to just hash out the rest of this. These are the guys that are popping up as like ginormous values. Josh Tomlin. I know that we're not super big fans of his talent, but I have him in for 5 2/3 innings. That seems like a reasonable spot for Tomlin against the Royals. Or am I crazy?
Like,
there's nothing preventing him from going deep in the games. I'm just trying to find the non-long-term starters.
Yeah, I think Tomlin should be fine. I guess I have to go move my car. I got gutter guys coming today. My car's parked in the driveway.
You're good.
So I'll be right back.
I got this.
I'll be right back.
What a morning here. Awesemo.com. We start with Jake Solo. We now go to Josh Solo. I'm going to take his little block of his cell block behind him off of the screen for now. Guys, now this show is going to get way better. I'm fine with Tomlin at 5 2/3. I think that's a really reasonable spot. Jason Vargas in for 5 2/3. That's a number that I want to knock down quite a bit. Ben Fleissner, how about that Matthew Boyd call? Did he pitch well last night? I honestly saw nothing yesterday. So all I did was lose every single dollar by running a train in the quarter on FanDuel and the Minimax on DK. Thank you, Spectrum Internet, but I can't talk too much shit because I'm back in business. I know the Twins got 11. That was not... What's really funny is I had a twin stack in the Minimax, but it was not the right Twins. Bummer. All right, I'm going to let this rip in Fantasy Cruncher. This is literally how I start each morning. I've loaded up all my info. I take a quick peek at my value ratings to see if anybody stands out weird. I mean, that's a lot of Josh Tomlin at 5,600, but I don't necessarily have a huge problem with it. So I think that we should be good to go. Let's hop to Fantasy Cruncher and let's run my first crunch. And you know what? Just for the people that are here, I'm gonna run my FanDuel crunch first. I feel like as we're coming down to the end of this baseball season, it's going to be time to prioritize those FanDuel gents because once NBA starts, The FanDuel people will be the people that are getting the most of my attention because DraftKings is ruining the late swap. I assume you're back. Yes, you are.
I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Do you want to send those gutter guys to my house? Because my gutters are now filled for the second time in 3 weeks thanks to that hurricane.
Well, I don't even have gutters at some spots right now because the old people that lived here just didn't have gutters.
Sign me up for that, man. I have to get a 28-foot extension ladder out to get to some of the gutters on my house. And let me tell you what, I'm not a huge fan of heights.
Neither am I. I would never do it. That's why I'm having people install them.
It's probably pretty clear to most people here that I don't work out or physically exert myself in any way. So when my parents were here a couple weeks ago, my dad and I cleaned out my gutters, but I was going to the top of the ladder, and my abs and core hurt for like a week because of how much I was clenched and like shaking while climbing the ladder. Terrifying.
I'm the same way. I hate heights.
I hate uncontrolled heights. So like I would never want to I don't like the idea of standing at the edge of a cliff and like looking out into a canyon.
Yeah.
But I've gone zip lining between mountains. Doesn't bother me at all. Because I know that like I'm physically hooked in. Like that cable can break clearly, but I can get hit by a car driving. That doesn't bother me at all. No nerves whatsoever. But if you ask me to just like climb something, I'm going to freak out.
I'm the same way. I hate it. I for whatever reason, just since I was younger. I don't know why.
Super big.
Skydiving? No, I don't think I could.
I would never skydive. There would have to be so much money on the line for me.
Yeah. That would be. Oh God, that's just making me nervous just thinking about it.
Yeah, like they had to. It's probably before your time, but I still watch like the Real World Road Rules challenges and stuff. And one of the seasons, like maybe 3 seasons ago, the first challenge was like you got to skydive in, and that's like the first challenge. And one of the guys bitched out, and I was just like,
oof.
I'd probably bitch out too.
Yep. Yep.
Can't do it. I'm running my first crunch, and I'm being very nice to the people that love FanDuel. I'm running the FanDuel crunch first.
Whoa.
I know. I felt like the people deserved it.
I think I'm going to play FanDuel next year again.
I highly recommend it.
I need to tweak my projections. I'm going to be playing FanDuel for NHL, I think, at least for a while. But hopefully I have a lot of money in my account to donate back in MLB next season.
Yeah. All right. So FanDuel crunch to start up on the screen right now for everybody. And I don't really mind that we're not going game by game in some of this because Adam and Lofty will do that at 5 o'clock. And this is a 6-game Thursday slate on the last week of the regular season. We're not really bringing a lot of hot takes in at 9 o'clock in the morning. So
I think it's interesting to just talk about lineup construction.
I completely agree.
I think that's more what people want at this point too. They've kind of gotten away from this guy's a good play, this guy's a bad play. It's
definitely what the people that are in our chat right now want, who are clearly people that have been with us for a while.
Yep.
They know what they're getting out of us. So I shared my screen with you, Jake.
I see.
Because that's what I do. I get way ahead of the curve and share things. Justin King, you don't clean your own gutters? Come on, boys. Dude, my house is tall and terrifying. And I have nothing but trees around. Those things fill up in like 3 days. And I can't be lugging out a 28-foot extension ladder by myself on a week-to-week basis.
Dude, I'm a millennial.
That's true. Yeah. We are in the land of, look, somebody else wants to do it. I have the means to let them do it for whatever fee they agree to. We're all on the same page here. I'm too busy talking to you guys on a stream for 9 hours a day than to be cleaning my gutters. All right, 47% Garrett Cole, 28% Josh Tomlin, 19% Marco Gonzalez, a smattering of Tehran, and 1% Jason Vargas. That is the exposures for my pitchers on FanDuel to start. These are now sorted by overall projection.
Ownership.
Kaboom.
So now we'll see if we're right on Vargas. There you go. Perfect. Exactly what I expected. Top 2 Cole Vargas. Without giving away everything. I mean, you can fill in the hitters after that, but it's good to see that whoever did the ownership projections this morning agree. Or the numbers agree that Cole and Vargas are going to be a very popular pairing.
Shout out to Tom on what I think is vacay.
He's on vacation?
Oh, I assumed it was a vacation. We can talk about Tom's personal life off air, but yeah, I think so. I might be wrong.
Free someone. What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why would you do that yourself? Got to get this win. Someone else to do that.
I would have stopped that. It's not even about the ladder. It's the fact that you were hanging a wreath. Nothing aggravates me more than decorations.
Duluth, that's my hometown. Duluth is awesome.
Is it really your hometown?
No, it's not mine.
Oh.
No, the Ben.
Oh, I see it. I thought you were saying that literally. I was like, oh, really? Like, I feel like that's the first time I've heard you say that.
No, Duluth's an awesome city, though. I love Duluth. I used to visit my college buddies all the time.
Is there anything in Duluth?
Lake Superior. Duluth's gorgeous, man.
Oh, no, that's not what I mean. Like, is any colleges or anything, like, anything prominent?
University of Minnesota, Duluth.
Okay.
That's where bunch of my friends went.
Gotcha.
That I live with now. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it's visually incredible.
Yeah, it is.
Very green and lush at times.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I've got my FanDuel crunch. Let's take a look at some of it, and we'll see what that build looks like. On my tab.
You guys, quick thoughts on the FanDuel early slate. I'm not playing it. Yeah. If I was, it would be Rockies against Arrieta. I'd probably go with like Pruitt and CC in that game and just hope for the best. And I know that's super chalky, but whatever. What is with DraftKings not uploading their game logs? John Fogle keeps asking. I don't know.
I didn't even know they had game logs.
You can get game logs elsewhere, though. Just go on FanGraphs or Baseball Reference or somewhere else.
I've never looked at a game log on DraftKings ever. That's not true. For soccer, I have.
You can also go to a lineups page. Yeah, that's a question for DK support as well.
Yeah. So my main stacks on FanDuel on my first crunch. Minnesota hit my stack ownership cap, 21%. Houston, Chicago, and then smattering of Tigers, Indians, Mariners. I got 9 of the 12 teams.
No Braves, huh? I mean, barely.
All right, let's take a look at it. Marco, Freeman, Albies, Camargo, Acuna with Lindor, Springer, Grossman, Tyler White. Not bad. No Braves with Cole. You can see here. I think it's interesting to look at it like this, and I know Alex has talked about it from time to time, but you remove that stack. So these are sorted by my overall projections, and as you can see, Garrett Cole is the pitcher in everything here. The first Josh Tomlin line I get to here is at 129. So the average score of my 150 is significantly higher with Garrett Cole in the lineup than anyone else. That makes his ownership a bit interesting. He's projected for 42% on FanDuel, which, if you were paying attention, I had 47. I'm right there with the field, and that makes sense. FanDuel is a very different beast.
Yep.
If Garrett Cole has anything resembling a Garrett Cole day, he is probably out in front of everyone. No one else matches his upside on this slate, and it's not even remotely close.
Even in like 5 or 6 innings.
Yeah.
He can get double-digit strikeouts.
Yup.
Awful team. It is way different on DK. I agree.
All right, so let's add this crunch in, and we'll compare my ownership, and then we'll take a look at DK.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, so these are in order. The first 29 lineups are Garrett Cole. Then we get a Josh Tomlin. We get 15 more Cole, another Tomlin, 7 more Cole, and that's when it starts to mix in everybody else. So it's a lot of Garrett Cole on FanDuel. Astros, my top stack, then Cubs, then Twins. I would say that the Twins are probably better than the Cubs, but they are significantly less owned. So interesting spot to get leverage. Cubs, chalk stack on FanDuel right now.
I mean, I don't like starting against Trevor Williams. I know there's wind blowing out, but it's not like it's 20 mile an hour. You know, it's under 10, and it's 65 degrees in Wrigley, so it's not a hitter's paradise, I don't think. And Williams is someone I respect. I don't think I can get to him playing him at 9,300, but he's not someone I'm just like, man, got to stack up against Trevor Williams.
Yeah. So this is something I've been looking at a lot lately to see if I have teams that have better rankings but different ownership. So column E that I have here is sort of the holistic, like, value rating adjusting for upside. And I have the Twins significantly higher than the Cubs as presently constituted, but way less ownership to the Twins. So I'm really happy about that. I think if this was 630 right now and we have the Cubs as the chalk stack, I would rather nerf my ownership to the Cubs, come in a little bit under the field here, and redistribute that additional ownership to the Mariners and, well, probably these 4 teams in some way. Seems like there's a very big line drawn between the Pirates and above and the Mets, Braves, Royals, Orioles, Rangers. Doesn't mean that one of these teams can't be good, but those are the teams that I won't be on. But I don't want to go crazy here to the Cubs when I have the Mariners and Tigers that are relatively close to them in projection. I don't think that I should have them that much more.
Uber ownage. I mean, I just want to, on slates like these, I just want to avoid the chalk lineup construction as much as possible.
Yeah.
So trying to avoid Cole, Vargas, just trying to avoid. There's that these are great options, but like Sparkman, Tomlin, you know, Sparkman, maybe he gets a bad Cleveland lineup here. You don't really know. But people are just going to have their heart set on Vargas because they see the lower implied total against him. They see he's had decent results, I believe, against the Braves. And they're just going to be like, wow, 5,400, what a value. And they're going to see him pop up in their favorite ownership projections value. And I just want to avoid that as much as possible. I don't think he's a good pitcher. I think he's been very lucky.
He's only good against the Nats.
What's that?
He's only good against the Nats.
Yeah. Just dominates the Nats for whatever reason. It doesn't make much sense to me, but I think this is a terrible matchup for him. So I will gladly be on the other side of a guy that's going to be 40% on a 6-gamer.
Speaking of DraftKings, about 1 minute to lock on the Ford Kavanaugh hearing. Get those lineups in, T McBee. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, yeah. Well,
I'm not commenting on it at all, but
I'm not plugged in.
It's very interesting. Let's just say that. Okay, here's my exposures for DK pitchers. Josh Tomlin, 65%. What do we have him projected for? 19. So a little bit of leverage over the field there. Some might say.
Some might say.
Garrett Cole, 58. I think that is, on the surface, a very realistic number. Just based on the way that this... Alyssa Milano is in the crowd? Jesus. Tony Danza there, too? Jason Vargas, 37%. What did you say his ownership was? 38. Okay.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to be anywhere near that. 38.
So what would you rather have then? Okay, so do you not like Tomlin then?
I like pivots from Vargas. I
I
will
just don't
spread
know
the
where they
exposure around.
are.
Yeah, right. So like I'll take a chance on Liriano. I'll take a chance on is Sparkman stretched out? I know last time he came up he was 55
I can't
a
trust
week ago.
Glenn Sparkman, man. He sounds like he'd be the pitcher on a team in a Simpsons episode.
There was something I liked about him. I know I started him maybe a month and a half ago or so. I played a bunch of him. I don't think it worked out, but there was something encouraging. And you may see a bad Cleveland lineup. So
I don't see any reason I can't. Like, I don't see any scenario where I don't have 50+% of Josh Tomlin.
50?
Yeah.
Do you need to?
I don't know where else you. I mean, I'm with you. I don't want to have 38% Jason Vargas, and if I don't, where else do I put that exposure?
Sparkman.
Like, I have the Twins as one of my highest owned stacks, so I can't exactly run out the 20% of Liriano that we're projecting.
Yeah, I'd rather run out 20% Liriano than 40% Vargas.
Yeah, I don't want to run out 40% Vargas either.
Barrios not on the slate really makes me mad because now it's basically Teheran, Marco, and those are the only two pitchers I like. Like, I guess I have to play some Lester. It's just there's no real way around it.
Did you see how much Lester that I got?
No, I didn't.
1%.
That's probably what I would get 0% if I crunched with my projections. I get 0% every single time. He is not someone that ever pops. We know we love them, Jake. The Royals? That's interesting because I don't know how Tomlin is at holding runners.
Hess, I didn't get at all. But I think you can make a case that I could personally bump up a Hess projection.
Hess isn't terrible. So, again, this is all going to depend on lineups. Like, what lineup? Like, do we see Houston roll out the AAA lineup? Do we see Atlanta still got something to play for, I think. So we should see a good lineup there. Do we see – and we definitely won't see a bad Cubs lineup. You know, I don't even know who's next up for the long relief for Twins. That would be Gonsalves. Is he still up?
You would know, man. You're the manager of the Minnesota Jakes.
I think maybe Gonsalves. It's just the Twins bullpen is garbage. Gonsalves is garbage, but
okay. So let's do this exercise then, because I think this could be a fun talking point. There's only so many adjustments we can make to pitching before we run out of pitching. So we have Garrett Cole at 53%. I think that you and I are both in the boat that we don't think that having him in one out of every two lineups is going to be great today.
Okay.
Would you agree? Do you plan on having 53% Garrett Cole or more?
Not a chance.
Okay. Not that I wouldn't want to, but this is a different kind of day. So let's drop. Do you think 25% is reasonable? Okay. And we also don't want to have 38% Jason Vargas. Again, I don't think that you fully fade him. There's only so many options. You can't just say no to really anybody unless they're not actually throwing innings. So I'm going to cut Jason Vargas from 38 to 20.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let my crunch go again and see where we get to. I mean, I think I know where it's going to go. It's going to redistribute a lot of that Garrett Cole to John Lester. It's going to redistribute a lot of that Jason Vargas to Francisco Liriano.
That's fine with me. Gonzalez actually hasn't been that bad his last couple outings. So I still don't think he is good, but he is at least in play. Just another viable pivot that we have. If we get word that it's going to be him.
Everything I just said did not turn out the way that I said it.
Let's hear.
So we've still got 66% Josh Tomlin. He is going to be the guy for me today. What did he do in that last start? Because I know I had him quite a bit.
I think he would. Here, let's see.
Okay, so is he not stretched out like I thought he was?
I mean, he went 76 on the 20th. Oh, I see. He's on 3 days rest. So,
I didn't know that he threw on the 23rd.
Yeah. He's on 3 days rest, but he only threw 31 pitches. I would say he probably could get closer to that 70 pitch mark.
I'm going to put him in for 4 innings.
Yeah, I think that's conservative.
I thought he was more stretched out than that. Well, that's going to change things. Let's run that again. I did too.
I missed that. Looking for a Josh Jake rebuttal, Emac says. Where'd that go?
Per Josh, Taco Bell is significantly better than Chick-fil-A, and Eric Lauer is inferior to Chick-fil-A. I don't agree that Taco Bell is naturally way better than Chick-fil-A. I'll say this much. Taco Bell is better than Chick-fil-A if you are in a state of mind of wanting to eat Taco Bell.
Well, you can say that about anything.
No. That's not the way that I mean it. There are things that you can do.
Like what things? I've never heard.
Like large amounts of drugs and alcohol will lead you more to a Taco Bell decision. Taco Bell tastes significantly better when you have done something to change your outlook on life. Chick-fil-A is a high-end product, in my opinion. That spicy chicken sandwich is tits.
You know, I have only had Chick-fil-A 3 to 4 times. I think I've given it its fair share of attempts to woo me. It's good. It's not like there's one down the street like 5 minutes, and it's, you know, I've never been like, man, I need to go eat Chick-fil-A. And everyone over here goes crazy for it. So like when we got it, it was like a huge deal, but it's just not my thing. I'd rather eat like Chipotle or
sure.
You know,
here's the best way to put it. You don't ever eat Chick-fil-A and regret it.
What?
You don't ever eat Chick-fil-A and then 20 minutes later be like, oh, I can't believe I ate that Chick-fil-A. But if you eat Taco Bell 20 minutes later, you for sure regret your decision. So you need to put yourself in a mindset where the regret is lower.
I don't know. I mean, it's just, you know, I think Cane's is phenomenal. I've had Cane's one time and it was
I don't know what that is.
Good. You ever had that?
No.
It's just chicken. It's like Chick-fil-A.
Gotcha.
My girlfriend's dad took us there once and it was fantastic. He said it's better than Chick-fil-A, and I agreed.
Do you want a Taco Bell story?
Well, let's hear it. I'm sure the audience would like it too.
Okay. This is brand new to my life. So I was running some errands, I guess it was this weekend. And I stopped at Taco Bell because I was hungry and I had been out for a while, and I was like, I'm going to reward myself. What a reward. So this Taco Bell is still having some issues from the hurricane. They were not opening their doors. They were only using the drive-thru, and they were slowly running low on food as well. So I put my order in on the web app because I like to really customize my shit, and I don't trust the Taco Bell employees to like understand what I'm saying and do that. Well, they didn't get my order. So I went to the door to try to go in. Clunk, locked. They told me I had to go through. I went through the drive-thru. They didn't have the order, so they told me to pull in and go meet them at the door. Ridiculous. Taco Bell employee comes out to me and gives me the spiel of what's going on with Taco Bell. I show her the order. We put it through again. Ultimately, we're fine. She tells me this story where... Crapped my pants, Josh. No. She tells me a story that the day before, same process was happening. Doors were locked. They had to run everybody through the drive-thru. And someone came up to the doors freaking out, saying that, you know, it was ridiculous that they weren't opening the doors and like that her mom had to eat. And what were they supposed to do? The lady dropped her pants and took a crap right in front of the door to Taco Bell.
Come on.
That's what why would she offer that information to me unless it's true? I looked at her. There was no way that she was making that up on the fly. A woman dropped her pants in front of the front door of the Taco Bell and took a crap on the sidewalk and left.
I mean,
Yeah.
what is that?
I was like, I just still want my. I don't know why you're telling me this. I still just want my food. I'm not gonna crap on the sidewalk. She then got a phone call to the Taco Bell line in front of me. Answers it in front of me. Someone on the line is complaining that they didn't get like 2 of their cinnamon stick whatevers and something else. And she was like, okay, do you want to just come in tomorrow and tell them that you talked to a manager and you need this? I was like, who just comes back for like a random cinnamon stick order the day after you just ordered like a multitude of Taco Bell?
And you don't even live in Florida. Exactly.
That's funny.
It's like a Florida story. Yeah, that's disgusting.
So then I sat in my car eating Taco Bell, thinking about some lady just bricking all over the sidewalk.
That's so gross.
All right, so I did that recrunch.
What a stream. What a stream.
What a stream. I'm back, baby. That's what happens when you take the internet away from me for 12 hours. I go absolutely insane. Still getting a lot of Josh Tomlin, even at a 4-inning projection. Scares the shit out of me. 41% Julio Teheran.
I like that. I mean, I like taking a stand like that. That is just inherently going to give you a different line of construction than the majority of players.
Yeah. Not only that, 32% Marco Gonzalez. Both numbers significantly over our field.
Give me those 2 guys. I mean, give me just. I'd rather. I don't know what the price. So what would the pricing be? Cole Vargas compared to. So that's what 18-2.
Cole Vargas is 18-2.
Teheran, Marco is what 17-3.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so you're gonna have 1,000 more to play with. That's another hitter or 2, or just you'll be able to get in a stack that other combo cannot.
Speaking of those stacks, I have them up on my screen right now. This is a Marco Gonzalez, Julio Teheran pitching combination. What I'm running right now on DK is 5-man stacks. No other stack coming back. So lots of Twins in this scenario. Twins are not projected to be chalky. They're behind the Cubs, the Astros, the Mariners, the Pirates, the Royals. So that construction I like quite a bit. And you're getting Springer, Bregman, Starling Marte, Nelson Cruz, Brantley, Bregman, Josh Donaldson, Ronald Acuna. You're getting filler that is high end if the Twins end up being the team that pops off.
The Twins are going to be popular, though, are they not?
No.
I mean, not that you can't play someone popular, but
Cubs are the highest highest exposure. Then Mariners, Pirates, Royals, Astros, Indians, Mets all have more projected ownership than the Twins.
Where did you say the Royals were?
They're fourth. I got them 2% of the time. So do we want to look at that? What am I missing here?
I think speed, like those top 4, I like a lot. Well, top 5 actually with O'Hearn in there. I can see myself getting to a bunch of Royals stacks actually. They're not like super cheap where they like catch your eye like the Twins with like Forsythe, the garbage Logan Forsythe batting third for 2,900. So there's no like funky pricing. Everyone's around 4K or Modesty's almost 5K. So that's probably keeping their ownership down a little bit. But Tomlin gives up a ton of hard contact. The Indians bullpen isn't anything special. And there's stolen base upside, which gotta love on short slates.
Yeah, I see the Royals as the perfect team to not have at all if they're going to be the third, fourth most owned team.
What are you laughing?
Bama Metal Jesus. I'm just happy that Taco Bell has the handicap rails near the toilet so you can hang on while you're jet ski shitting all over the place.
Oh God, what's the stream come to? Tomlin's only allowed 1 stolen base this year.
Well, to be fair.
He's a reliever, but
yeah, not a lot of guys going to be stealing. You don't have to when you're knocking them around the ballpark.
that is very true. And it's not like Merrifield and Mondesi especially won't just take off. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't have a ton of talk, but I don't think it makes sense to be like, oh, this guy's a good play.
No. But I do like that idea of having a Tehran Marco Gonzalez lineup that arguably is better than Cole plus Vargas if you're nervous about Cole, and you still get more money out of the deal. It's more valuable if you can get behind those two things.
For sure.
And I don't see any reason why you couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get to a Cubs stack here, a Pirates stack, Tigers, but you can have filler that's high end. And I get a lot of Bregman shortstop with Marco and Julio. I think we're done. I don't have anything else. Chat, do you have any questions specifically about this slate? And not like 1v1 type stuff, but anything more high end. Happy to answer it. We're here, but I think we've exhausted ourselves. And quite frankly, I'm just happy to be back. Laffy and I coming back in like 45 minutes or so. I'm going to talk a little bit of NFL. Tune in tomorrow. This will not be a live stream, but the video will be posted at 11 a.m. I was getting nervous that I wasn't going to be able to record it. I was going to go buy a hotspot so I can get the Fantasy Cruncher. I'm going to be doing an hour-long video going over my entire process for NFL Week 4 from start to finish, looking through my sheet, looking at projections, going through crunches, setting up groups. It's going to be everything that I would do for Sunday. So stay tuned for that.
Is that going to be live? Or
it is not going to be live. I'm going to record that later today, and it's going to go live on our channel at 11 a.m. when the process show normally would have happened.
Cool.
I think we're done.
I think so.
Yeah, like I said, process show coming up about 45 minutes. We'll have From A to B at 2:30. Andrew and Ben talking about I don't know what right now. I've been broken from
college football.
Probably college football, yeah. And then we have so much content coming up tonight. Get ready, everybody. 5 o'clock, deeper dive. Adam and Laffy breaking down this 6-game slate. Myself and Chris, 6 o'clock, up until lock, going over the rest of this baseball slate. Should be a thrilling conversation. Then,
on the contrary.
Yes, on the contrary, right after the Live Before Lock show, Chris Spags, Alex Osimo Baker, and Evan Silva doing it again. Round 3. They will be starting and going up until the lock of the Thursday night game. And then right after that, 3 fellas talking football. Laffy, Andrew, and Ben going over the entire Week 4 Sunday slate for the NFL. Exciting. Ricky Lee in the chat. Will you be starting NBA stream starting tomorrow? Absolutely not. I will not be doing that, at least. I will not be talking much preseason NBA, but we do have Fast Eddie Fear breaking down that sort of stuff. I believe he's set to go tomorrow, but I'm going to talk to him later today, so don't quote me on that. But Fast Eddie Fear is going to be covering all of the NBA preseason. I don't have the ability to talk about it the same way he does. He is plugged into this stuff big time. But yes, we will be covering NBA preseason. Get ready for that.
Good stuff.
Great stuff, guys. I'm happy to be back. Got lucky. Internet is fixed and back and working. So keep your fingers crossed for me so I can get through the rest of this day. And good luck tonight. Bye.